M&S Food sponsors Tom Kerridge Cooks Spain. Says Tom Kerridge. As he cooks with M&S Food in Spain.
I'm back on the road.
Let's go!
And this time, me and my van are in the food lovers' paradise of Spain.
Mi nombre es Tom.
Mi nombre es Tom.
To meet my kindred spirits. People as passionate about producing ingredients
This could be a marriage made in heaven.
as I am about cooking them.
Sweet, it's crunchy, it's delicious.
I'll discover traditions,
Wow. You're walking through history.
obsessions,
That is one of the strongest things I've ever put in my mouth.
and innovations.
This is like a game of Pac-Man.
I'll get stuck in
No, okay, no.
I'm going the wrong way.
Other way.
experience the food culture,
It's like the Spanish fishing port equivalent of bacon.
and show you how to turn Spain's produce into mouth-watering dishes.
I have finished, so
Yeah, this one.
You can keep in Spain.
I can keep in Spain.
My journey starts in a corner of Spain, where wild, untamed nature lies at its core. Wow, just look at that. It's incredible, huh? And you'd be forgiven for thinking that we could be in Cornwall or Scotland or even Ireland. But we're not. We're on the north coast of Spain, and it's rough and it's rugged. And that sea out there is the Bay of Biscay. And normally you think of Spanish coastlines, you think of the Mediterranean. But this is the Atlantic. And out there is some of the finest fishing that you can get in the world. I'm in Cantabria in northern Spain, a coastal region that's one of the country's most important fishing hubs. Between Santander and Bilbao is the town of Santoña. I've made my way to this small port because it's the epicenter of a vital and thriving industry. Okay, here we are. We've got some beautiful tinned sardines, mackerel, but this is what I'm after, tinned anchovies. Anchovies might be one of the ocean's smaller fish, but these guys punch above their weight when it comes to taste. Pickled or cured, they are prized by chefs like me as a go-to flavour bomb. Cantabrian anchovies are renowned as the best in the world, and here in Santoña, they live and breathe the things. At the heart of it all is the port where the anchovy fishermen come to dock. So this is pretty exciting, isn't it? There's a boat coming in, and let's hope it's packed full of amazing fresh anchovies. One man who's got a close eye on what's coming in is Levi Cajigas Tallido, a Santoña local who runs his family fish canning business.
You, Levy?
Tom,
Nice to see you, Chief.
nice to see you.
So these fishermen, when did they leave port?
Just the evening. Last night was a bit rough. Sometimes they cannot. Right. It's too windy. It's dangerous because very long net. It's
Yeah.
almost 1 kilometer. So
No. It's dark, it's cold, it's wet.
you have
All
to be
with
very.
some amazing anchovies.
Yes.
Can we have a look?
Yes. Good night, ¿no? ¿Cómo tal, Ricard? ¿Todo bien?
Bien, bien, bien.
Todo bueno. Ya, dos maestros. Dos maestros.
What makes them special?
They treat the fish in a good way. They don't break the fish. So they keep it like a baby from the sea to the box.
They work very hard. It's a hard job, yeah?
Yeah. Look at Ricard. 25-year-old. Look at him. Isn't it a hard job? That's very good. As a chef, I'm used to dealing with cured anchovies, tinned anchovies. I rarely see them so fresh out of the water.
Look at the colour on it. The blue, the shine. They don't even look real. I better put that back in there.
Yeah.
Every little one costs money.
Once cleaned, they're either marinated in brine or packed in salt and left to cure for up to 3 years before being tinned.
Are you hungry?
Yes. We're going to have some anchovies?
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And there's one place the fishermen all head to once their work is done.
Bar of the Pirates. The Bar of the
In
Pirates.
Santoña.
Sounds like my kind of place.
And it's time for breakfast, Santoña fisherman style.
What do they order?
Coffee at the beginning.
Maybe a beer.
A beer.
Even if it is 10:15 in the morning.
It's a bit early, yeah, but... And also they order anchovies. Sí, en un platito, por favor.
So what makes the best anchovies?
The anchovy comes from north of France or the Atlantic Sea, Portugal. The anchovy comes here in the spring and loses almost all the fat. For salting, it's better without fat.
Wow, these look amazing. Which one is the best one here?
I think this one.
This one here.
Yeah.
And what makes this one? Yeah, I've even broken these sticklers.
Sorry.
And now I've dropped one. It's all going horribly wrong. If you look at that, firm flesh. It's amazing, huh? Salty, it's umami. It's not fishy. It's like the Spanish fishing port equivalent of bacon.
As the fishermen wind down for the day, elsewhere in this anchovy-obsessed town, a new shift begins. The turbulent waters that are so good for the anchovies are a nightmare for the nets, which are regularly ripped apart. I've been pointed in the direction of a revered group of women who quietly carry out one of the town's most essential jobs.
Hola, Soledad.
Soledad Alonso Marin is head of the town's rederas, or net-mending women, who continue a centuries-old tradition of repairing the nets by hand.
Are you going to show me what to do?
Yes.
Let's go.
Vamos. Cogemos ahí.
This one. Do this one?
Muy bien, muy, muy bien.
Okay.
Ahora, hay que dar un nudo.
A knot. Is okay?
Ok.
All right.
The rederas historically were the mothers, sisters and wives of the boat owners.
And how many years have you been doing it?
En intermitencia, 30 años.
What? You don't look old enough.
Gracias. Yo vine porque yo estaba estudiando en el instituto, dejé varias asignaturas. Entonces mi padre me dijo, sí, no te preocupes, que el lunes vas a bajar a coser al puerto. Y yo le dije, no voy a bajar. Y me dijo, vamos, que si vas a bajar. Y bajé, que me encantó. Me encantó el trabajo, formar parte de un grupo. Somos como una gran familia.
We always think of fishermen as the guys that go out and do the work, but actually there's so many people behind it in the whole town and the whole community. How am I doing?
Fenomenal. ¿Te quedas ya? Ya te quedas aquí.
I stay here.
Hasta acabar todo, hasta allí.
Hey, we've got all of this to do. Yeah.
Hasta allí.
I might be here a while.
This whole community pours such dedication and passion into producing the finest anchovies. I want to pay tribute to that with a recipe that puts this exceptional little fish centre stage.
Could not be in a better setting. I'm stood by the water. It's anchovy fishing boat going backwards and forwards. And this is a bit of a chef's dream, this, isn't it?
Inspired by the Spanish snack known as pinchos, I'm using both cured and marinated anchovies for my delicious anchovy toasts, with roasted red peppers, tomatoes, and a crispy anchovy tempura.
Starting off with the red peppers, split them lengthways, and then just take the seeds out. Pop them onto a tray, skin side up, and just give them a little drizzle of oil.
If you haven't got the town's boat arrival siren to remind you, set a timer for 8 minutes and pop the peppers into the oven at 180 degrees. Then it's on to making some anchovy butter for the anchovy toasts.
Start off with 8 cured anchovies. Put them into my blender with the clove, 1 garlic, the zest of 1 lemon as well, and 125 grams of quality butter. Next in, some chopped up rosemary. Pinch of salt, but not too much. Remember, those anchovies have got quite a salty kick to them. Twist of pepper. Then the lid goes on and give it a blitz.
Once the anchovy butter is blended, pop it to one side and the peppers should be done.
I'm just going to pop them into a bowl. And then I'm just going to cover it with cling film. And that heat from those peppers will steam, but what it will also do is just allow us to peel the skin away from that amazing roasted pepper flesh. Whilst we leave that to one side, I can get on and make me anchovy toasts.
Slice your bread and spread with the flavoursome anchovy butter.
And remember, if there's any of this left over, you can just keep it in the freezer, ready for when you want to use it again.
Pop the toast in the oven at 200 degrees for around 8 minutes, and the red peppers should be ready.
That skin should now just peel away.
Finely slice, season well, add a tablespoon of Spanish sherry vinegar and some olive oil.
You don't really need much more, apart from a bit of freshness of some chopped flat leaf parsley. We'll just see if our toasts are ready. Absolutely mega. Look at them. They're crispy, they're golden, and at this point, I'm just going to slice a couple of tomatoes and sit them on the top.
The final stage is our tempura anchovies.
Putting together a tempura batter sounds like it could be quite scary, but it's actually the easiest batter to make. It is just corn flour, self-raising flour, and cold sparkling water whisked together. It's really light and lovely. Just get your anchovy, dip it in, and drop it into the oil. Now, I'm using these marinated, almost like pickled anchovies because it's a different type of flavour. They give a kind of acidity and a depth to this dish. It's pretty much time to plate up.
Spoon on the sweet red peppers and finish with the crispy anchovies and some flat leaf parsley. Time to get the Santonians' verdict.
Hola! Grab one of these. An anchovy. Is okay?
Muy bueno.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is, okay.
La textura del pescado con el vinagre, increíble.
Se notan los sabores de todo, de la anchoa, del pimiento, del tomate, exquisito.
For me, it's great. I have finished, so I...
Yeah, you have this one,
Good job.
Thank you very much.
Coming up, I take to the hot plains of Spain on the hunt for white beans.
Oh yeah, we're off.
And create my version of a Spanish classic.
They can grow them. I'll cook them. M&S Spanish white beans sponsor Tom Kerridge Cooks Spain, says Tom Kerridge as he cooks with M&S Spanish white beans in Spain. M&S anchovy fillets sponsor Tom Kerridge Cooks Spain, says Tom Kerridge as he cooks with M&S anchovy fillets in Spain.
I'm continuing my journey through sunny Spain, meeting the food producers who pour their hearts into creating ingredients chefs like me love to cook with. Right now, though, I feel less like the chef and more like the main course.
Tell you what, I do love the weather in Spain, but sometimes it does get a bit hot. It's a bit like I'm in an air fryer. So I've just got myself 3 little fans, just seem to be just blowing warm air around. Do a souffle in here.
I'm on a journey through northern Spain. I've left behind the Atlantic coast with its cool, wet weather and have crossed the lofty Cantabrian mountain range to arrive in the province of Leon, where the landscape and climate couldn't be more different.
The other side of the mountains is here. The water doesn't make it over the top. It gets hot, it gets arid, it's very flat, perfect for farming. Well, perfect for farming white beans.
Beans arrived in Spain from the Americas in the 16th century and today are an integral part of Spanish cuisine. Whilst us Brits eat them swimming in tomato sauce on toast, here they're at the heart of flavour-filled soups and stews, served everywhere from gourmet restaurants to workers' cafes. And I'm driving, slowly,
Overtaken again.
through white bean country.
I love this old van, but there are a few things that I don't quite trust, one of which is the petrol gauge. So I think I'm going to fill up.
If the van's going to get a refuel, seems only fair I get the same. Service stations in Spain are famed for having proper restaurants serving decent grub.
Hola.
This being Leon, Top of the menu is a home-cooked pork and white bean stew.
Gracias.
Gotta give that a go.
That is absolutely delicious. The white beans are cooked beautifully, and there's a really lovely smoky kind of sauce. And the beans themselves, they work like lots of tiny little sponges soaking up all that amazing flavour. What I love about this place is the fact that it's all home-cooked food, but it's all based around the white beans and the stew. Oh, look, a bit of pig's ear.
Across Spain, and especially here in Leon, beans are a staple crop. But there's one regional variety that is so prized it's been awarded protected geographical status. I'm excited to meet one of the producers behind these local legumes.
Hey, Pedro.
Hello, Tom.
Whoa. Precarious. How we doing, boss? You all right?
Oh, good.
Nice to see you. Just absolutely stunning.
Look, the bean plants are enjoying the sun. You want to come and see them?
I'd love to.
Let's go.
Pedro Luengo Fernandez's family have been working with beans here for over 100 years.
So, Pedro, tell me about these plants. What have we got in front of us?
Well, this is the Riñón white bean. It's a locally grown variety. It's famous for its soft, buttery skin and its very creamy bite.
What is it then about this particular region of Spain that is so great for these beans?
Well, we got rich soil, flatlands, hot days and cold nights lets them rest from the heat, and that makes it just a perfect conditions for them to grow.
These plants, how old are they?
Well, this plants was seeded around a month ago. It's a very fragile time. It's not an easy crop. Only experienced growers can do it. You can't just leave these beans in the field without taking care of them.
Tending this demanding crop is farmer Manuel Alonso, who at 80 years old has clocked up a lifetime of experience.
Manuel, how are you?
Muy bien.
Nice to see you.
¿Qué
You
tal?
okay?
Bien.
What is going on today? What have we got to do?
Hoy pues ya terminamos de alicar, le hacemos los sucos.
Let's go.
Claro.
Am I driving?
Bueno, si quieres conducir, pues te dejo conducir.
I love driving. Come on, let's go.
¿Eh?
Honk, honk.
Ploughing furrows between each row of beans takes extreme precision.
Oi, yeah, we're off.
This process is vital for a successful bean harvest, so the pressure's on.
So what I'm trying to do here is that I'm trying to maneuver the tractor tires in between these really expensive white beans. And I'm creating these kind of like mounds that help the white beans grow. Because that's the way that it'll collect water and keep them nice and moist. Oh, kind of inch or two to the left or the right. And the plough behind me churns everything up.
Ay,
Whoa,
ay,
yeah.
ay, ay. Es que tiene que ir un poquitín más para acá.
This is quite a hard crop to grow now.
Tiene mucho estrés porque hay que estar mirando para ellas todos los días y tratarlas como si fueran unos niños. Yo ya soy algo mayor, entonces ya me quedan unos años y aprovecharé hasta que pueda sembrando las alubias porque me gusta mucho el tema.
In 2 to 3 months, Manuel's carefully cultivated beans will be harvested and either dried or cooked and put into jars to go to supermarkets like M&S.
Aquí con el inglés, que se le da muy bien esto, y eso que es cocinero. Ay,
Yes, boss. Happy?
bien. Alguna hemos arrancado, pero bueno, no pasa nada.
It's no small task growing these beans, so I'm cooking up a dish that honours that effort with every bite.
If you think of classic pork and bean dishes, you see it all over the world. Here in Spain, classic French cassoulet dishes. I mean, you can even think of those tiny little Frankfurter sausages that you get in a tin of baked beans. I mean, I know it's not the same, but it is a play on pork and beans.
My version is a delicious smoky barbecued pork chop, served on a flavour-filled bed of spicy white beans.
And it starts off with amazing pork chops. I'm just going to marinate them in a touch of smoked paprika, dusting over the top, some salt and pepper, both sides. Now this sweet smoked paprika gives this incredible kind of bronze tinge to it, a little bit like it's been suntanned and in the sunshine all day. Got a face a little bit like a marinated pork chop. Drizzle of olive oil over the top.
The chops go into the fridge. Then it's on to the spiced bean stew, starting with chopped shallots in olive oil.
Once the shallots have sweated down, just going to put in some chopped garlic. Going to pop into there the sweet smoked paprika and 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. And just cook it out, and you begin to toast the spices of the paprika. Next in goes chicken stock. Once the liquid goes in, it starts forming this magical kind of cauldron of flavour. And then into that, the cooked jarred white beans, including the liquid that's all around them, because that is the lovely velvety texture to our white bean stew. And then I'm going to put some herbs, some thyme and some rosemary.
Next, add some fresh tomatoes, season and let that bubble away for at least 15 minutes. Then it's onto the barbecue with my marinated pork chops.
Just lie them on to the hot coals, get them in, close the lid. Get that fantastic char marking from them being on those bars, and that will be helped and enhanced by the smoked paprika marinade.
Halfway through cooking, turn the chops, so when they're done, they're charred perfectly on both sides.
I'm going to take these pork chops off and just leave them to rest for around about 8 minutes. You can see where they're all caramelised and delicious, super tasty.
Last thing, a quick char of some broccoli on the grill, and then you're ready to serve with the delicious spiced white beans and the barbecued pork.
Whilst no one's looking, this is chef's treat. There we go, served on those beans, cooked where they're grown. It's lovely, isn't it? They can grow them, I'll cook them. Come on then, guys. Let me know what you think.
Está buenísimo, ¿eh?
Está buenísimo. Está muy buena, muy buena, muy buena. Es una versión nueva para mí, pero está delicioso. Yo hago las alubias, pero así no las había hecho. Muy, muy bien.
I love a thumbs up.
Cocinas mejor que conduces.
I've loved meeting passionate producers who know how to get the best out of their environment. From a town devoted to every detail of a tiny fish that gathers on its shore, to the farmers who work in harmony with the weather and the soil beneath their feet, all in pursuit of something truly delicious. Kerridge Cooks Spain, sponsored by M&S Food.